What's up, everyone? Welcome back for the next race. Alright, so going to be racing this car for the first time in this game. We got the fucking Samba bus, so you know this is going to be interesting. I'm definitely not expecting to win this race, but should be fun. So, either way, let's get this motherfucking show on the road. Oh, I love this fucking paint scheme. It's so good. Like, honestly, like, from what I've seen from the Gran Turismo community, like, the people who make paint schemes for cars and shit, like, the Samba bus has some of the best, like, paint schemes out there that the Gran Turismo community has created. Like, some of them are really fucking good. But I went with this one, just for shits and grins. It's like a Pizza Hut sponsored paint scheme. And actually, Pizza Hut in its own kind of way is kind of nostalgic for me, because I have this very, like, early childhood memory. I was, like, hanging out with one of my friends or something from, like, way back in the day. I had to have been, like, 4 or 5 years old or some shit. I was hanging out with, I think it was, like, him and his mom, and I don't remember why. Might have just been just because we wanted to hang out or some shit. And I remember at one point, we went to Pizza Hut. And I remember having some pizza, and I remember it being particularly tasty. And then I also remember getting, like, candy out of a vending machine. It was Runts. I remember specifically it was Runts, for any of you guys out there who've heard of that kind of candy. It's good shit. Then I remember we went to, like, some kind of creek or something near my house. Not like a river, but, like, more of a creek. Or, like, a stream, I guess. Then I remember going to his house and hanging out and shit. But yeah, I just have that very, like, early childhood memory of going to Pizza Hut. So, in its own kind of way, Pizza Hut's kind of nostalgic for me. It's been a long-ass time since I've been to Pizza Hut, though. But from what I remember, it was pretty good. The only, like, I don't know, pizza chain near me is, like, there's a lot of different, like, pizza places near me. But the one that the big name pizza brands near me is Domino's. And the thing about Domino's is that, like, I totally understand, like, the criticism of, like, the taste of Domino's, but there's a little trick that I learned to it. Because actually, I think Domino's has really good crust. I like the crust. But naturally on their own, their pizzas actually aren't that great. But if you order them with cheddar cheese, specifically with cheddar cheese, they instantly become 50 times better. Like, that's a little life hack to ordering Domino's pizza. Always add cheddar cheese to it. If you add cheddar cheese to it, the pizza instantly becomes better. Because the base crust and the sauce and shit is good. It's just the mozzarella cheese that they use typically is what throws it off a little bit, I feel like. But if you get it with both mozzarella and cheddar cheese, trust me, it instantly makes it like 50 times better. Like, I always get cheddar, bacon, and mushroom on my pizzas from Domino's, and it's actually really fucking good. So yeah, for anyone out there, you know, a little life hack to ordering Domino's pizza, always get it with cheddar cheese. Trust me, it instantly makes it 5 times better, because I totally understand the criticisms of, you know, people who order Domino's pizza just regularly, like, as it is. Because, yeah, it is not nearly as good. But trust me, if you get it with cheddar cheese, trust me, that's what you want to go with. It instantly makes it, like, 5 times better. Is it just me, or is it getting darker on the track? It is definitely getting darker on the track. God, I absolutely love the fucking dynamic weather and shit in this game. It's fucking brilliant. Like, the way the skies change and shit. Like, it's totally fucking dark now. Oh, this thing has surprisingly good lights. Like, I can see pretty well. Still not perfectly, obviously, but I can actually see pretty fucking well right now. So, yeah, holy shit, the track just got a lot fucking darker. But, God, they did such a brilliant job with, like, the weather systems and shit in this game, and like how the cloud formations actually change throughout the races and shit. And the skies are just absolutely gorgeous in this fucking game. Like, Polyphony really knocked it out of the park when it comes to like the atmospheric levels of this game, I guess you'd say. Like, they absolutely fucking nailed it. Like, they did an utterly brilliant fucking job with the overall atmosphere of the game and shit. Like, with the, you know, with the dynamic weather systems, the way the cloud formations change. Sometimes it, you know, gets cloudy and darkens the track a little bit. Like, just utterly fucking brilliant. It really gives the game a very, like, I don't know, more realistic feel, I guess, but also just an interesting dynamic just in general. But yeah, I absolutely fucking love this game from a gameplay standpoint. Now, granted, there are definitely improvements I think that need to be made to this game, but, you know, it is still far from perfect, but the actual gameplay itself of this game I think is brilliant. Again, I just wish they would fix, you know, having to constantly be connected to the internet to play this game. I think that's kind of bullshit, but other than that, like, everything about this game is fucking brilliant. And again, they could be a little bit more generous with the microtransactions, you know? Like, I actually had no problems with the microtransactions in GT Sport. Like, I'm going to be honest, I even did use some of the microtransactions in that game to unlock some of the cars and shit. But they were a lot more generous with the microtransactions in GT Sport than they were in this game, which is why in this game I'm not doing any of the microtransactions. Because in GT Sport, you could literally just straight up buy cars, like, based on the car, but they don't let you do that in this game. You have to buy credits, and the pricing is a lot more harsh than it was in, you know, for the cars in GT Sport. But yeah, I won't be doing any of the microtransactions in this game unless they fix it and make the pricing similar to what it was in GT Sport. Because I don't really have a problem with microtransactions. My problem is with the pricing of the microtransactions. Ah, he got back around me, son of a bitch. That's okay. To be honest, I didn't really expect to win this race anyway, so... Plus, that dude is driving a faster car than me. Same horsepower, actually. I think that car has the same horsepower, but that thing... Difference is that that thing can get up to like 70 miles an hour, whereas this thing can get up to maybe like 60 if it's going downhill. But yeah, always fun to race the Samba bus. But yeah, that track got dark. Like, holy shit. It started off fairly light, but that shit got dark. Like, look how bright it was when we first started. You get a good look at that Pizza Hut paint scheme. You got the couple of anime girls on there eating pizza. I absolutely fucking love that goddamn paint scheme. It is so fucking good. Like, there's a lot of good ones that I could have went with for the Samba bus, but I had to do the Pizza Hut anime theme. It was totally vibing for me. Just like, I love it. Again, I'm not even like necessarily like the biggest fan of Pizza Hut or anything. From what I remember, it's pretty good from what I remember, but again, it's been years, many years since I've had Pizza Hut. There used to be a Pizza Hut in the area, but it turned into something else, like some kind of Mexican restaurant or some shit. Yeah, now the only like major pizza brand around here. Again, there's a lot of like smaller ones, lesser known ones, more like local ones. But the only like pizza restaurant chain around here is Domino's. I think that actually, though, there might actually be a Papa John's somewhere around here as well, now that I think about it. But yeah, I usually just go with Domino's. Unless I want like a more high quality pizza, then I go with one of the more local places. But yeah, I mean, about what you'd expect from the Samba bus. I mean, things slow as shit. But it's still a fun vehicle to drive, you know. I love, you know, driving the Samba bus. It is so fucking fun, just because of the fact that it is what it is. You know, I mean, granted, again, it's slow as fucking shit, but it is still fun just because of the fact, again, that it is a fucking Samba bus. I mean, the Samba bus in and of itself is a fucking legendary vehicle. Really, truly is. So definitely one that I'm going to look forward to racing more of in the future, especially with that fucking epic paint scheme. Fucking love it. So good. So fucking good. Like, can you imagine just a Pizza Hut delivery driver showing up in a car that looks like that? I mean, that'd be fucking epic. So yeah, I did end up being fast enough to catch up to this guy. It's just I wasn't fast enough to hang on to the lead, unfortunately, towards the end. He just straight up outsped me, which, again, not surprising, considering that the Beetle is faster than the Samba Bus. Both of them have the same horsepower, but the Samba Bus, you know, weighs more and is a bigger, bulkier vehicle, so obviously it's not going to be quite as quick as a vehicle that's smaller, weighs less, and more streamlined. So despite the fact that they have the same horsepower, it makes more sense that the Beetle would be a faster car. But yeah, I mean, the track started out fairly bright, but yeah, got super dark. But yeah, I absolutely love that dynamic of this game. Like, you know, it can start out sunny and then get cloudy, or start out cloudy and then get sunny. Then it can start raining and then stop raining. It can rain in certain parts on the track and then not rain on other parts of the track. Yeah, what they did with, like, the overall atmosphere effects and, like, the weather effects in this game, again, is just absolutely incredible. It truly is some next level shit. Yeah, it's so dark you can't even hardly see the fucking thing. But yeah, that thing has pretty good lights. Like, I don't know if those are, like, the lights that it naturally comes with, or those are, like, upgraded lights. Because, like, when you download a paint scheme in this game, like, sometimes people will alter the lights or different, like, things on the vehicle. Usually I try to race the vehicle, like, as stock as possible, just because that's how I like to do things typically. But yeah. Either way, in this case, I'm glad it had some good-ass lights. Kind of yellowish, but still, they lit up the track pretty damn well. That ended up being good for me. So yeah, I did end up taking the lead for a little bit, but yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to come away with a victory, but still got a solid second place. Yeah, I love the way that the sky looks there. Kind of ominous looking, but kind of cool in its own way. Yeah, it's so fucking dark, all you can see is the lights. Yeah, a lot of the tracks are not particularly well lit at night. A couple exceptions are like Daytona, Northern Isle Speedway. But really, other than that, a lot of the tracks at night are not very well lit. It makes night racing very difficult. Like, I did a night race on one of the dirt tracks. I think it was Colorado Springs, and it was incredibly difficult. Trying to navigate that track with, like, very, very little visibility. But it's very realistic, though, because that's how racing at night would be. You know, you'd have very low visibility. So it's very realistic in that regard. It makes night racing incredibly interesting in this game. Oh, the other track that's well lit at night is Tokyo. Tokyo is also very well lit at night. which obviously makes a lot of sense since you're racing through, through a city. That track is very well lit, but a lot of the other tracks are not very well lit at night, making it very difficult. But interesting in its own way, for sure. So, yeah, solid second place. All right, well, guys, that'll do it for that one. Peace out.